Good morning. It is day 140 on the Pacific Crest Trail, and it's a pretty cool, cloudy morning. Luckily, we were able to stay in the lodge last night. They did let us, and it was actually really lucky that we were, because it was a very foggy morning. I think our tents would have been soaked and covered in condensation, so it worked out very nicely, nice and warm. And very nice having basically a little kitchen to start the day off with. I've just passed the 2,000 mile mark again, but this time with scales and birdsong, which was loads of fun. And yeah, feeling good. Got all my fresh equipment bag looking incredibly shiny, as is my little shoulder pocket. There was a razor or an electric shaver thingy in the youth camp, so I'll give myself a trim. I don't think it's anything spectacular, but nice to feel a little bit neater than I was. Yeah, I think we're aiming for about 25 miles today. Also all glittered up to celebrate. Birdsong's brought the glitter. It's a good time. Yeah, see what the day brings, see if it stays as cloudy as it is. Looking forward to it. Catch up with you in a bit.
Hello again. It was actually pretty fun getting to do the 2,000 mile marker again. Definitely more fun in the moment than it was last time. Just getting loads of pictures together, and we actually met another group of hikers who were there, and they gave us fortune cookies, which was nice of them. And it was actually also a pretty beautiful day overall. It started off really cloudy and fairly cold for most of the day. There was a little bit of sunshine, but also really windy at points. But just getting to walk up to and around the edges of mountains. So we went past Three Fingered Jack today and to pretty much the base or just before Mount Jefferson. So it's going to be really cool tomorrow walking around Mount Jefferson. And there have been some pretty just stunning views throughout the day. There's also been quite a few large burn zone patches, which haven't been the worst, kind of similar to the ones around like the lava rocks, where because it's all exposed you get really good views of everything around, except for when it's covered in clouds, and not the most depressing of burn zones this time around. And it also wasn't, because it wasn't very hot, it didn't feel too exposed, although the shade may have been nice at times. Day started off quite fun. Scales and I saw a peregrine falcon just before we got to the 2,000 mile mark, which was really cool, and we had to Google what sound they make, because we heard it and then saw it and confirmed it was a peregrine falcon, which was really, really cool to see one of those in the wild. And yeah, despite all the fog and the clouds that we've had all day, there wasn't any rain, which is a big win. The clouds I feel like they're descending again. We're still fairly high up in terms of Oregon standards, so I'm definitely going to keep the doors of my tent closed tonight, try and keep the condensation out. The clouds did start lifting about 10 o'clock, but that was also when I started going uphill, so it's kind of like chasing the clouds around Three Fingered Jack, which was really, really cool to see, because once I climbed over the ridge that we were going over to the side of it, there was really cool wind just blowing around almost in a circle, so you saw the clouds kind of whirling around vertically, I guess. I've got a clip of it, and hopefully it kind of shows what kind of shapes I'm talking about. Today did feel a little bit weird hiking. I'm still a little bit out of the rhythm, and the soles of my feet were really painful for probably the first 2/3 of the day. I think they just got a full sense of freedom from through hiking, so they thought they could relax, and then especially after the lava rocks yesterday, really painful, like almost kind of bruised, and then just tender, I guess, but it seems to have eased off towards the end of the day, so hopefully I just needed to get back into the swing of things, and I'm sure I will be by the time I get to Alali Lake tomorrow. A week off definitely has done interesting things. My legs feel pretty much fine, but it is interesting to feel them actively get tighter again. I didn't realise how loose like my calves were until like this morning, versus at the end of the day I was like, oh yes, that is tighter. I can feel the difference in the muscles, so I'll try my best to keep stretching like I was before. I had lunch with Trooper and Lion's Bane, which was pretty cool. So the hikers that we met originally at the hostel in Bend. They're now taking it quite chill because they've realised they can't make it to the terminus in time for they've got a wedding they need to get to, so they're just taking it super chill. So I had a nice kind of extended lunch with them. It was fun to just chat during lunchtime. It was lovely. And then it got a little bit sunnier after lunch, like I said, but still fairly cold for most of it. Kind of got warmer intermittently. I met Tort at the last lake before camp, so the last kind of water source before camp, which was funny because, as I mentioned yesterday, we met them going southbound because they were going on a little day hike with Drippy's parents, but it turns out going 17 miles across a whole section of lava rocks isn't great if you're not kind of a seasoned through hiker, and so Drippy's parents kind of didn't want to do any more hiking, so Drippy's spending the day with them and Tort's going back northbound, trying to get into Alali tomorrow, where we all seem to be doing the 24-hour challenge, which is effectively just trying to walk as far as you can within 24 hours. I forget if I've mentioned earlier, but Alali to Timberline Lodge, the famous one where The Shining was filmed, very cool location. Hopefully I'll still be able to be enthusiastic about it when I arrive. But that's kind of the section that people generally try and complete within 24 hours. It's about 54 miles, I think. So I think that's what I'm going to aim for. Try and get all the way from Alali to Timberline in 2 days' time. So I'll have a fun video for that, I think. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Tomorrow, I think it's about 26 miles, 25 and a half or something like that, to get into Alali. So it should still be fairly chill. Might wake up a little bit early tomorrow, just to encourage me to get an early night's sleep. I'm not going to do what I did when we were trying to night hike through the aqueduct and go and like stay up crazy late or whatever. Just a little bit earlier than normal, so I'm not too sleep deprived either way. But yeah, another highlight from today is that all the mosquitoes seem to have got the memo that it's August now, and there aren't many of them. I've only seen about 5 total today, which is wonderful. Hopefully that continues. But yeah, it's nice to be free of that. Also, I think the wind helped where it was quite windy today. But yeah, we'll see what tomorrow brings. Should be excellent views of Mount Jefferson, provided the clouds stay away. But we'll see what it looks like. I'll see you there.